overnight. No rain today. Looking at tomorrow on Wednesday, high of 47 degrees, partly sunny out. Going to drop down to 37 degrees tomorrow night. No rain once again.
Like
After that, later in the week, rain chances will pick up.
Fox Sports Shoals. Fox Sports Shoals, Florence, 97.
Hey, make sure the mics are up. Hey, make sure the mics are louder than the music.
And AM 1340, WSBN, where sports meets music.
No, I'm just when you turn them on.
Are you ready? No, I said, are you ready? For the Wrestling Reel. Starting now and every Tuesday, 11 a.m. to noon, bringing you all of your pro wrestling coverage.
Have you seen this yet?
Have you seen the one where he mounts some dude?
This is Five Guys. Have you seen him do it?
Have you seen the one where he mounts someone and the dude grabs the guy he's mounting and grabs some other guy's cross and he flips them off?
He's about to do that right here, flipping Five Guys.
Good morning, and welcome to the Shoals, your hottest new radio talk show on Fox Sports Shoals. This is the Wrestling Reel with Drumb and Drumber. Woo! Happy New Year, everybody!
Can I just say something real quick, Chad? Can I just say something?
Sure.
I am so excited for this show because Curtis Axel has officially been the second participant in the Royal Rumble. I mean,
this year's or last year?
This year's, dude.
And last year.
Curtis Axel. We've been waiting on this for years.
Not only that, he's still the champion from last year. He won
He's
it.
never been eliminated.
Never. And that's been an ongoing conspiracy for the entire duration of 2015, and it's still going on until this year.
But I just want to say how excited I am for.
Woo!
Yeah!
Hey, you know what? Let's go and let's just go ahead and get the spoiler out of the way. New faction too. Yeah! Wait a minute. That was probably the worst faction last night.
Slater's leading a faction now.
It was a forced, the most random. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there's been a hashtag "Hit My Music" from Slater for the past Max, like 3 or 4 weeks, maybe like something like that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The core. That was the Nexus ripoff.
But I'm sorry, Chad, I interrupted you. My emotions got the best of me,
I don't
man.
care. Hey, this is the biggest show of the year.
It is. It's our biggest show of the year.
So
it's
far.
our only show of the year.
But we got, today is a very, very exciting show. Last week we did review the year of 2015. Some really cool shows that we went to, some really awesome things that happened in the world of professional wrestling. But gosh, today there is news galore. But this show is brought to you by Champy's Chicken, located at 120 2nd Street in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. It's the best hot fried chicken, cold beer, and last but not least, football. But college football's over. Finally! Finally!
We got one more Roll Tide game, so...
Finally, we'll start making some money as musicians in this town again.
They haven't won it yet?
No, this coming week.
Oh, I thought it was already
yeah, Roll Tide, Chad. Roll Tide, buddy.
I could care less! Anywho, Champy's Chicken, it is...
Finger licking good.
No, it's finger chicken good.
Finger chicken good.
That's it. At Champy's Chicken, freshness is of utmost importance. All chicken is prepared fresh to order, so you know it'll be finger chicken good. Champy's Chicken, located at 120 2nd Street in Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
And if you go by there, make sure to say hi to the owner, Wade.
Wade.
And ask him who his favorite wrestler is when you see him.
Who is it?
He's probably going to say, Mason Ryan.
Oh, gosh. Who's actually doing some pretty weird things.
Actually,
right
Max,
now.
what's he doing now? Mason Ryan just came out in the news recently that he is...
Came out in the news?
He's working for Cirque du Soleil. He's an archer now.
Yay!
Good job, buddy.
In other news, freaking AJ Styles, along with Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson, and the current IWGP Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura.
They are now officially in the WWE. It was announced last night. I was sitting there, you guys were playing NBA, and all of a sudden, boom, WWE signs AJ Styles and a bunch of other New Japan wrestlers.
And this morning, of course, they're in Japan, so they're a completely different time zone, but there was, I forgot the match that actually happened, but AJ Styles, the Bullet Club, officially turned on AJ Styles technically this morning, during the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dash event, in Tokyo this morning, with Kenny Omega taking control and leadership of the group. AJ is done. It says this was Styles' last scheduled appearance for the company. But then Omega went on to defeat Nakamura in a tag match, setting up for a future title match. But he's been built up for a while. I don't keep up with New Japan, but I know that he's been built up for a while. I think, to become the new champion. But man, what's going to happen, especially coming Royal Rumble?
I've
soon.
wanted AJ Styles to be in WWE for so long.
Well, he has before,
hopefully
but not with the credibility he's got now.
Hopefully now we'll get to see a James Storm versus AJ Styles.
Oh man, that's a dream match.
Wait a minute.
maybe.
In other news today, James Storm is officially no longer probably with WWE.
Well, TNA is also tonight is their Pop debut, which is a TV Guide channel.
For those of you that don't know, I've been asking myself too.
Because I didn't know.
What is the Pop channel?
Yeah, the Pop Network.
Pop Network apparently is the TV Guide station.
Yeah. So we get to see what's going on while we watch wrestling.
Yeah. Maybe an episode of Clean Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Right. But here's what I'm kind of, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and speculate. This is my 2 cents here. If Finn Balor, the reason that he's been held off for so long on his debut, because yes, he's the hottest thing going in wrestling right now, the demon gimmick, the look, the NXT champion, what he does on social media, it's fantastic. If that's why they've been holding him off in hopes that they can sign a few members of the Bullet Club,
and start a Balor Club?
Well, I think that's going to be the Balor Club. Because Prince Devitt, Fergal Devitt, Finn Balor actually was the leader and the originator of the Bullet Club. So why not let him be which he already is. He's the only member of the Balor Club. So it's like, why not bring these guys in that were already in the Bullet Club and join the Balor Club? That would be so awesome. And how awesome would that be for the road to WrestleMania? That just makes it that much more awesome. This could be a really cool road to WrestleMania for once in a long time.
But for those of you listening today, we are live here at 97.9 Fox Sports Shoals, right here downtown Florence, Alabama on Sam Phillips Street. Phone lines are open.
Always.
256-764-1340. Once again, that's 256-764-1340. So please give us a call here.
Tweet us.
Tweet us.
Real to us 979.
At Real to Us 979.
And use the hashtag
Wrestling
Real. That's Wrestling REAL. Perfect. Yay!
Where were you on that, Max?
I was just listening.
He was marking out. He was getting excited. He's like, I'm going to call right now.
In other news, Joey Ryan flipped 5 guys with his penis this
week.
What
was it, 5 or 6?
5.
Regardless, 5 or 6 guys getting flipped by a penis is pretty impressive.
It's this move that he gets it's this new thing. I don't know what. It's these videos we've seen get, our
and we're getting tagged like crazy on Facebook, not a sponsor, but it's ridiculous how many people are tagging us.
Joey Ryan was a wrestler who came in he came to WWE for a little while, and they gave him a shot, and I loved him. I thought he was fantastic. It's kind of like a porn star type wrestler.
It looks like he's got like a Rick Rude kind of,
But what he's been doing lately is he has the power in his penis. And so guys
he has the most powerful penis in pro wrestling.
They grab it, and it flips them.
Well, he starts like flexing. He just, and of course, they're overselling the whole thing. And then when he finally makes a move,
they flip. So it's been really funny. It's been on Facebook, and actually this past week he flipped 5 guys
at once.
And
it was a chain reaction. It was like one guy grabbed it, another guy grabbed it, another guy grabbed. There's a lot of grabbing going on.
Yeah, it was a little
too much grabbing. Everybody thinks that wrestling's a little, hello. But gosh, this was pretty out there. But he also just signed. We talked about this last week. Was it YouPorn, not a sponsor as well. And I don't know what is going on with that.
I don't either.
But I this is what I think. I think it's just for that spot. I think they're using some of the things that he's doing with that spot. With that, I don't think it's an actual.
For dudes as wrestling fans, it's funny to watch. But if you're there watching it live, I can't imagine it being entertaining. Like,
guys,
I just can't imagine it's. Boy, we got that out of the way quick, didn't we?
All right.
Yeah, but there's always they talk about adding a new flair to wrestling. I don't know if that's what they kind of mean, but it's a pretty weird spot. But it's like we were talking about. We're getting tagged all the time on Facebook, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The spot, not the penis. The spot. The spot keeps getting bigger and bigger.
I didn't take it there. You did.
Giggity.
But. We are here. All this news so far. We got so excited it just kind of we just let it out, you know. So AJ Styles, man.
What's that? I just saw that The Rock, he promises like another announcement. I
saw that.
I don't know really what's going on, but you actually pulled the clip up last night. I didn't see it, but I heard it. He was talking to the lady who's actually playing the Baywatch babe, C.J. Parker, who was, of course, made famous by Pam Anderson back in the day in the 90s. But Kelly, what's her last name? Do you know the actress?
Ripa.
No.
I have no clue.
It's Rohrback, maybe. Rohrback or Ryback. Rohrback.
Kelly Ryback.
Kelly Ryback. Anyway, is playing. But you pulled something up. What was that?
It was some funny clips of him running in slow motion with her, and they zoom up on his boobs.
Well, see, okay,
and they're running all slow motion, and then he shoves her in slow motion to the ground. It was really funny.
Only The Rock. I gotta say, The Rock probably lives the coolest life.
He really does.
He gets to do absolutely everything.
Think about being the biggest WWE wrestler of all time. Let's just call it
Not only that, I mean, he's the most electrifying wrestler of all time.
But then you go to Hollywood, and you're in the top 5.
Still dominating.
I mean, you are you're ruling the world when it comes to box office. You go to WWE, their numbers go up. Everywhere this guy goes, he draws money for whatever he does.
Whatever he does. And guy, I mean, I know you're not supposed to have steroids or
and me and you had a great
like
talk
that,
about
man.
this.
He is massive right now. Like,
he is massive.
Too big, which, you gotta look about, what he did in his latter years, but he was still, in his prime in 02 and 03.
Look at him in Walking Tall and look at him in San Andreas.
What was that movie, though, with Mark Wahlberg that he was in, though?
Pain and Gain.
That one. He was massive in that one. I always see all these, like, on these little ads on somewhere on the internet talking about how The Rock got huge and, like, he's got all these veins popping out. I'm like, that's just too darn big.
But
still, The Rock is the greatest.
Me and you got into a good conversation not too long ago about performance-enhancing drugs. And in my opinion, let it happen in wrestling.
Well, we heard it
We're not a sport. We're not a...
There's no winners and real losers.
There's no winners and real losers. If this is all an entertainment purpose, and
like,
these guys...
Like theater or movies.
And these guys choose to live like that and develop their bodies
That's
like
their
that,
choice.
let them. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want that.
I totally agree.
Because here's the deal. When you go to Hollywood and you get your lip done for a show or your Botox or this or a lift here and blah, 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 what's the difference?
Well, everything in Hollywood is larger than life. That's what the appeal for movies are. It's a fantasy world. So is professional wrestling.
Even more so than Hollywood, because we're trying to be
real life.
fantasy.
Exactly.
It's not pre-taped and edited to look this way. This is like live.
And they made a good argument. I mean, because we heard the topic from Vince Russo's podcast, which is actually really good. And I do respect Vince Russo for what he's done. I think he's a little bitter because he's not as busy and active and current as as he
he's
used
a turd,
to be,
man.
But he was talking about when people that aren't really aware of the current product, just in wrestling in general, the guys just don't look like they used to, which is because of performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs, and steroids that have been brought out.
I remember what I was saying at this because I don't see actually.
Well, he brought up Kevin Owens.
I brought up the point because we were arguing this. I do agree that they should be allowed to use drugs if they want, but also what is wrong with them not taking drugs and looking like all the old big, powerful men that we used to watch?
The natural
Bruno Sammartino, Gorgeous George. I'm just saying the body type. You know what I mean? It's not like this John Cena. You see every vein, you see every ab. We had big guys, and I remember my great-grandfather was a big, stocky guy. And he always reminded me of a wrestler because of that body build.
Dan Severn. I mean, the dude was just...
But you know what I'm saying?
Of course,
no one was really cut back then, and it was still entertaining because that was... You want to talk about WWE getting into real-life stuff, that's what real guys look like.
Well, to me, the argument that Vince Russo was having was he had a friend, they were just channel surfing, and they stopped and went across Kevin Owens, and he was like, he kept turning the channel because it wasn't quote unquote pleasing to the eye.
To the eye, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you look at guys like that can actually move and do some cool spots that aren't ripped, that can do that. I don't want to say it's, well, I guess that it is natural, but to me that impresses me more.
I also said that I think it's total BS that these guys use that quote, Well, when I'm flipping through the channel, will this guy make me stop the station?
Exactly.
Because here's the deal. When you're flipping through the station, even if you see John Cena or Roman Reigns without a shirt on,
If
you're not going to stop.
If the product or the story's not good, shoot, I'm going to turn it.
Exactly.
I mean, I will turn the channel.
So I say either let them do drugs or let's just eliminate it completely and go back to looking like Big John Studd, King Kong Buddy, those big dudes. Even Hulk Hogan before he got really, really ripped.
Yeah,
Remember him back in AWA and NWA? That size body, that was like natural. So anyways, we have ranted now for our first entire segment.
But we got some really cool stuff coming up. We got some local, awesome announced shows coming up in February. We'll talk about that. Where are they? We'll find out when we come back. Justin, we gotta take a pause for our cause for
fuck's sake. When we return, we're gonna get into that. And also, there's a new stipulation added to the Royal Rumble. Stick around. We'll be right back on the Wrestling Reel. I didn't mean to cut you off, dude. I didn't know you were doing that.
It's no longer
Could have possibly been one of the best first segments we've ever had right there.
resistance. The lives
that's
will
good.
be
Let's
Because we covered everything that every
Since they're being
true
giveaways.
diehard wrestling fan.
since they're being good this week, we do need to talk about the NXT End of the Year Awards.
Jamie Butler said,
Yeah.
I'm watching wrestling from now on.
That was.
How many are true
Hey,
refugees
just real quick.
I just tweeted Jericho listening.
seeking a simpler
We can.
way
Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully, it will.
Yeah.
Did you see what that guy? He wrote, I think it was on his Facebook, I'll suck everybody's dick if Jericho
Yeah.
likes or comments.
And
Jericho
comments
says,
said,
everybody
"Everybody
line
line."
up.
I haven't seen that. That's brilliant, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how he saw it. He just, and then
shall we stand
some guy commented, oh, this is about to get bad. And then Jericho goes, everybody line up. And then the guy commented again, oh, no.
This message paid for.
I gotta find that.
The UFC.
This seems to be the craziest time of the year with the hustle and bustle of holidays and crazy weather changes and parties too.
Talk about the shows, possibly breaking ground in trivia next, or trivia first.
Trivia towards the end.
Towards the end, okay.
Yeah. So like when it hits about a little before 10 or 11:30.
Okay. Are you cool with that, Justin? Y'all cool with that? The upcoming shows, NXT, maybe breaking ground from last night, and then the trivia. All right, cool.
That's cool. Chad.
Did you watch Breaking Ground last night?
Nah,
Y'all got to watch that finale. It's, and you don't even have to really know what's going on in the rest of the stuff, but it was awesome.
I saw a clip from where it showed
Tyler.
getting called up. Yeah.
That's how they ended it, man. And they
That's
ended
cool.
with him walking out on SmackDown. It was cool.
Wow.
It was an emotional part.
17 years ago today, we witnessed history as Foley wins the WWF Championship.
Oh, this was when that's when
All right,
Nitro
30
was
seconds.
spoiling it.
It was on Raw, and Austin came out, and DX was helping Foley.
Dude, I saw Kirstie Alley is.
Hey, I'm coming in with
65.
Jericho. Well,
Is what?
when are going to cover Jericho or on any of that?
The last part I thought about doing the Royal Rumble. Is that part of the
Yeah,
Royal
that's
Rumble? Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be in it. So, all right, here we go.
part of the Big River Broadcasting family, the Wrestling Reel, with Drumb and Drumber on Fox Sports shows every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Hey, do Enzo.
And Chad Bernine as they bring you all your wrestling coverage.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
And
My
we're back
name
here on
is
the Wrestling
Enzo.
Reel. We just left off from talking about some really cool things that are going on behind the scenes in the world of pro wrestling. From New Japan to what's going on in TNA tonight with their debut of Impact on Pop Network, which is also the TV guide for those who don't know. Just type the job website address. Hello.
What?
What? Anyway, there's always a botch somewhere, and there's nothing wrong with that because we're talking about a business that has botches all the time.
I think you mean no, I'm sorry, wrong word. Botches. Oh, botches.
What's
Yeah,
it-
errors. Okay, errors.
The attitude errors.
Yes, attitude errors.
But we were just talking about some shows that are coming up that my friend Chris Smith, we got to give you a shout out.
Hey, Chris!
And Max, you sent me this yesterday as well, but you're already behind. But we already knew it. That's just my hill move. That's a small hill move.
Hey, yo!
But February 4th, Memphis, from Memphis, Tennessee. That's my Andy Kaufman impression for his Jerry Lawler feud. Anyway, February 4th, Memphis, Tennessee, and I don't know the venue yet, but NXT is going on the road again, and we'll be there February 4th, February 5th, again. Will never be the same again.
So it's back-to-back nights.
Yes, the 4th, the 5th, the minor falls, and the major lifts. February 5th, Nashville, Tennessee, again at the War Memorial, which we went to October 2nd last year.
Did Chris say he's not going to be able to go to these either?
Unfortunately, he's not. His wife is going down to Orlando, which is really ironic because that's where NXT is supposed to be. You think she'd be going to NXT?
They're leaving.
So
That's good stuff.
But he's not able to go because he's got a babysit. It's all
actually
part of
he's
it,
going to
understand.
Disney
Let's just FaceTime him while we're there. We're going to just do that. Let's just go with the full charge battery and just FaceTime so we can
the whole time.
Yeah.
He can just be
He
there
can
with
just
us.
mirror it on his Apple TV on his big screen because he lives in this massive house.
Yeah, he can one of his.
He lives
18
across the
phones.
street from the drummer of Korn. What's his name?
Ray Luzier.
Ray Luzier.
Whatever you call him.
It's Lazy A.
Apparently, he's the best drummer on the face of the planet.
Love you, Chris.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but you were saying NXT's coming, and you've actually been talking about wanting to possibly go to WrestleMania. And I was telling you last night, you should skip WrestleMania.
And it'd be a lot cheaper, and like you said, Chad, you got a better chance of getting over.
You're going to be in front of 100,000 people in WrestleMania. Nobody's going to notice you at all.
I'll just be another mark.
And you probably have a panic attack walking in that crowd. Good Lord.
I know.
We walked in 82,000 and I flipped out.
Well, you flip out going to Nashville.
No, don't tell
Yeah, you'll get on 65 right when you get into Nashville. You start freaking out. So I don't think you're going to be able to go to these shows, will you? I'll be driving on these shows. But it's all right. Here's what's going on. February 4th, Memphis, Tennessee. February 5th, Nashville, Tennessee. Those are NXT events. Then the very next night, February 6th, Ring of Honor makes their comeback again. And you said that AJ has to fulfill his commitments because last time we were there, that was in November, he was advertised as, at the Ring of Honor return of AJ Styles in Nashville.
Yeah, it's his last time in ROH. It's his, because when they leave a organization, they have to fulfill all what they've
sometimes.
said.
So they say.
Sometimes. Del Rio didn't have to.
And you said Nakamura?
Yeah.
He's the champion right now. They were talking about him maybe having some contractual differences too now that he's with WWE with the same type thing that Alberto Del Rio dealt with.
Which is cool because I love a little freak shit backstage stuff. This is cool politicking. I like this. I like going because you never know when they're going to show up.
Because if Vince is going to, or Triple H and all these guys are going to steal some guys, at least let them fulfill their obligation to not screw over the other organization.
But I know, but in the world of the internet, I think it's really cool when there's not a lot of spoilers anymore. Because I had no idea that Chris Jericho, props last night to WWE for keeping him a secret last night.
Out of nowhere.
I had no idea that he was going to be there.
Chris Jericho out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
I knew he was going to be there.
Did you?
Y'all didn't read that?
I had no idea.
I did.
I was too busy prepping for an NBA show
I had no
that I
idea.
do on
I didn't
Mondays
even
right
read
here
about
on
that.
97.9 Fox Sports from 5 to 7.
But Max, so you think he's going to have to actually be there? AJ will be there.
Yeah.
I'm saying that he won't be there.
The
reason I say that is because the Royal Rumble's before that, and I think he'll get involved somehow in the Rumble. Somehow. Maybe not be a huge player. Yeah, I think he might be.
And the Rumble is when?
The end of this month.
The end of the month, though, right?
It's January's major pay-per-view that you can get on the WWE Network for only $9.99 a month.
And the first month is free right now.
So all the people, you new signees
can I just grab the mic and rant
free.
for a second?
No.
Okay, can I just rant for a quick second?
He's literally grabbing the mic.
I'm going to drop the mic after I get done with this BS comment.
Well, unplug it first,
ready?
Okay?
So, I get a new debit card in the mail.
Oh, debit!
Yeah. Oh, debit. I get a new debit card in the mail, and all of a sudden Chad texts me one night and goes, the network's not working.
The debit club.
And I'm like, why isn't the network working? well, it's time to re-up, my $10 bill I've had since day one.
Yeah.
So I go in there, it takes me 45 minutes to figure out, maybe it's my fault, how to put in a new credit card. And then I don't even get the free month after I was already canceled for like a week, like a day.
You know what? I think maybe in the third segment we need to call WWE
I think we
Headquarters
need
and
to
talk to
call
them
them.
about that.
Because this is some messed up stuff, man. I should have gotten a free month at least.
Oh,
I was
my
excited
reparations.
to, and then all of a sudden I look at my bill and it's $9.99. Literally, it's $9.99. Like they don't even charge tax.
That's messed up.
That's
But it's working again. We're back on.
we're back on.
Good.
New password.
But don't forget, February 4th, February 5th, February 6th, we got Memphis, Nashville, and Nashville again. 2 NXT shows, followed with a Ring of Honor. But you were just talking about the WWE Network. Last night was the grand finale, which I think is the coolest. I was talking to Chris Smith. I got to put you over again. We were talking about the 2 coolest shows on the network. To me, it's Breaking Ground and The Table for Three. Those are awesome shows. I love
The
them.
WrestleMania Rewind was the best ever, but they haven't done one in like a year.
Over a year.
And the countdown was really good too.
And I just wonder.
There were a few
why,
bad ones.
Why won't they? Hopefully for WrestleMania season they'll pick it up again. I think they will.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Anyway, but Breaking Ground is a behind the scenes show about what's going on in NXT, which is yes, Mr. Shooter Adams, I'm gonna say it is their developmental system, even though it's its own brand. But it culminated last night, which we've seen a lot of the past episodes. They showed the show that we were actually at in Nashville when all of our signs went viral. We talk about it almost every show because that show was that good.
I
The
actually
experience was that good.
tweeted Eva just last week. She tweeted something about year-end review pictures and all these
Your
pictures.
moment of the year.
And
Or
I just-
our moment because you tagged me.
And I always hashtag always remember. I've sent it
Never-
to her
never
about
forget,
4
always
times.
remember.
Like 4 times I've randomly sent it to her. But it's us with a sign that says, if Eva Marie's here, we riot.
But it was so good because they were the last big show on that they've had on NXT was Takeover Respect, correct? It was Respect. Wasn't that their last thing on NXT? Their big special?
No, London.
Well, I mean before London. Of course it was London, but right before that. Anyway, because it was Sasha Banks. Well, the main event was an Iron Woman match between Sasha Banks and the current NXT Diva
Sunny.
champion, Sunny. The most downloaded AOL chick in, was it 97? Was that the year? Anyway, no, Bailey. It was Bailey. And they were, they did a lot. They had Triple H come and talk about it. It was really cool, like different spots and what was going to happen throughout the duration of Takeover. But they were saying that Takeover Respect was probably, I thought it was better than London. London was great, don't get me wrong. But Respect from a storyline standpoint, because they had that was when they had the King to below Mississippi. I've wined and dined with kings and queens. I've slept in alleys and ate pork and beans. I almost botched that. But
You almost choked on your spit there, didn't you?
we choked on a chip yesterday. Can I not?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, but none of these listeners heard that, so you didn't have to bring it back up.
Why not?
I had to leave the room last night. I got a chip stuck in my throat and started,
Jelly bean.
Hey guys, we're gonna give away a gift card.
Oh yes, it is that time. We got a trivia question. Justin, we haven't really decided, but we got an idea about what we're gonna do.
We haven't gotten into it yet, but for those of y'all that didn't watch Monday Night Raw last night, the big announcement that happened was, we'll get to Raw here in a bit, but the big announcement at the very end was that now officially Roman Reigns is entered into the Royal Rumble, and this year's 30-man over-the-top rope battle
With the
royal
stipulation
will be for the WWE title. So Roman Reigns will be defending his title
against 29 other
against
guys.
29 other guys.
Or
And we
girls.
have- or girls. And now we have theories on this, and we'll get to it. But I had a good trivia question, and for anybody that knows it, please call in right now at 256-764-1340. Again, that's 256-764-1340. And the question is, there's only been one other time in the history of WWE that the WWE Championship has been put up at the Royal Rumble. Call us with what year. I'll just let you win with the year, but if you can also add the winner of that, we'll clap for you.
We will literally clap for
We will
you.
smile at you. But if you can name what other year the WWE Championship was put up at the Royal Rumble, you will win a $10 Champions gift card.
And we got a caller right now.
Already.
It's that quick.
Hello, caller.
Good morning. Welcome to the Wrestling Grill. How are you? Happy New Year, first of all.
Can you turn your radio down?
Turn your radio down.
Talking to you
down.
sounds like a Prince song. You know, it's like just. Are you still there? Okay, so who do we have on the phone? Who is it again?
Tony Pope.
Cody.
Cody Pope. What's up?
Hey, Cody.
Conqueror.
Hey, buddy.
How are you? Good. Happy New Year. Did you have a good New Year?
Okay, well, let's get down to it, Cody. What other year was the WWE Championship put up at the Royal Rumble?
Wow! Fantastic! Cody, the Conqueror Pope, just crushing
Now,
it.
Cody, we're going to get even louder here in the studio if you could tell me who won that title that year.
Woo. Get ready for the woo.
We're going to get even louder in the studio for you if you could tell us who won that title that year. Yay!
That's awesome, Cody. You are a walking, talking WWE Network. That's awesome. Congratulations, Cody.
That's awesome, buddy. You won a $10 gift card to Champy's Chicken, and we're proud that you called in, man. What do you think about the Royal Rumble? Are you excited for it? Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna win, Cody? Are you gonna say John Cena?
Well,
Dun, 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 dun.
Cody, hey, how about this? We'll talk to you here off air in just a little bit, but maybe I would love if you came and hung out with us and actually watched the Royal Rumble with us this year live. Do you think you might be able to do that with us this year? You want to hang out with us and watch it? That'd be so much fun.
I have a 65-inch TV we watch it on. Not bragging or anything, but you know. Well, buddy, thank you for calling in today, and stay on the line. We're going to get your number, okay?
And that was so quick. Thank you for calling. Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Have a great day, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Stay on the phone,
Yeah,
okay?
stay on the phone. We'll be right back.
We got to take a pause for our calls for Fox's sake. We'll be right back on the wrestling reel.
He's still on. He's still on. Hey, you got him on the stool?
Hey, Cody? Okay. Tell you what, we need to get some information. And,
Headquarters and talk about Raw.
let's see.
And NXT End of the Year Awards that'll be handed out
When?
It's coming up.
tomorrow.
They're doing awards like
Yeah.
Slammies?
Yeah.
All right, is
They're
it
getting
just
an extra
CNDY?
Finn
I don't
Balor's
think it's a
been,
slam.
he's been like nominated almost every category.
You there?
Yeah, but dude, there was a whole article that
Hello?
came out that like there is a big fear, and it's made me worried about.
Okay,
him.
is it the CODY or?
Over his body, dude.
What about it?
He's like 30-something years old. dude.
He's 34.
Okay, spell the last names. All right, and what's a phone number we can get you at?
They're saying if he comes in and tries to put on, they're putting so much pressure on his body.
2894?
Right now to put great matches on in NXT. By the
Okay,
time he goes
and,
to WWE,
what city's
his body's
that?
gonna be worn out, man.
Okay, are you going to come pick it up or? Okay, yeah, you'll have up to 30 days to do it from today, and you can just come out of the station and go to
So
the
it's
front
Jason
desk
Davis
and
getting married, right?
they'll have it there.
Like January
All right,
2nd.
thank you. You too. Bye.
Kind of makes me feel bad. Cody heard me say penis. All of us say penis like 8 times.
He's got one.
It's human anatomy, man. So 11:45, we're calling Blake,
Yeah,
and he'll do his whole spiel, right?
yeah.
Can you
I
pour me some
guess.
water, Chad?
But I mean, you can for real. I mean,
Dude, give me some too.
he's supposed to have like 30 seconds. So I mean, when we're calling, probably a minute. So we got 30 seconds.
Can I drink the rest of this, or do you want it?
You can.
What's the next date?
Fifth. The minor falls.
Then Monday Night
It's the
Raw.
5th of November. 5th of January.
You have Monday Night Raw that Monday that week too. In
From what now?
Birmingham.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tony Hope.
And it's going to Nashville again too.
Here we go.
On the wrestling reel.
Bright lights, y'all. Bright lights, y'all. Once again, congratulations to Cody the Crusher over here, winning a $10 Champions gift card.
That was probably in record timing.
I
too.
wasn't even
You
done
know
with the question.
I know. I was about to say.
And I
you
saw
know
the
it.
phones light up. I was like, wow. That was great. But
We got one more. Let me do one more quick congratulations to the former WWE Divas champion Mickie James and Magnus from
Magnus
TNA.
T.I., right?
Yeah, Magnus T.I. from TNA. Also, they got married this past weekend, so congratulations to
Yay.
them.
Did you
Start
know?
off the year.
Did y'all know that Mickie James actually cut? She's a singer, has a record, and actually cut one of our local Gary Nichols songs on her record.
Oh, I've got a story about Mickie James. I almost auditioned.
Oh, that's
with
right.
her.
You
Yeah.
almost tell me this story.
Well, Renee Truex is how you pronounce her last name. She was the band leader. She played violin, and this is back in like 2009. And I was kind of in between gigs, and I was like, okay, why not try it? So for about a week, back and forth, I'm talking with Mickie James, and we had one lined up, but I had some other gigs. I had to, fulfill my obligations before I could leave anywhere. But I came really close to being able to do an audition. The reason things didn't pan out, I was in another band, and I really couldn't leave contractually. But it was really close. I would have loved just to hang out and play music with Mickie James. That would have been awesome. But congratulations to them for getting it.
Sorry, another chip.
Another jelly bean.
I think she did Going Fast by Gary. Standing on the pedal, pushing it to the metal. Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to go off on a rant real quick, too.
Oh, gosh, again.
It's Justin Holder's rant of the day. I did watch Raw last night. There were some good moments. Vince McMahon looks so incredibly, old. So old.
Still jacked though.
Oh, he's still jacked. Absolutely. But please go to the tanning bed, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I'm white.
No. This
That
is coming
man
from me.
is
No,
white.
this is coming from Chad. Do not go to the tanning bed. They use your freaking spray tans that everybody else uses backstage. I
He
mean,
is white.
did y'all notice Heath Slater last night? Like when he and Dolph were wrestling, when his tights would come down a little. Man,
That's what I'm getting at right now. One of the worst segments I have ever seen on Raw last night.
Yeah, it was.
One of the worst segments I've ever seen.
But here's what's weird: the build-up. I was kind of excited to
I
see
was
it,
too.
because Heath Slater's been hashtagging for the past few weeks. Hit my music.
And Heath Slater was battling
his
Dolph
music
Ziggler,
hits.
and outside of the ring there was. Is he still Adam Rose?
Well, they all came out
Yeah.
together.
They all came out together,
Yeah.
but he's still Adam Rose,
He's a
right?
face now.
So it's Adam Rose, Curtis Axel,
Hey.
Bo Dallas, and you know what I thought? I thought, oh my God, at the very end. So let me get to it. He beats Dolph Ziggler last night
With a roll-up.
with
Yeah.
a roll up,
yeah.
and then they walk up to the ramp and they have a mic and they start passing it around.
Well, Adam Rose and Bo Dallas, they interfered in the match, so so you obviously know that something's going to
Sure.
be formed. But between
And
them.
Heath Slater, if I can remember, goes, "Well, looks like I found me some new friends." And then Adam Rose grabs the mic and starts saying, "What was
They're
the?"
full unique guys that are ready to ride, ready to ride.
He just
I'm
kept
going,
repeating that, and then Curtis Axel grabs the mic, and what did he say after that?
Well, he takes it and says, "I was lost, but now I'm found. The chains are off. It's over. The chains are off." And
The
I'm
chains
going,
are off.
Why?
The chains are off. It's like,
What are you talking about?
that makes no sense. Then Bo Dallas grabs the mic, but at the same time, Heath Slater was going to end it, and they both grab the mic at the same time. So there's this
That's always
power
weird.
struggle. And
As Heath Slater's holding the mic, like he's kind
yeah,
of like holding
so
it.
Heath Slater gets it and goes, something about we are social
outcasts
outcasts.
and drops it.
And then,
Then Bo picks it back
Bo
up.
picks it up and goes, "Bo, leave." But what I thought would have been cool before they started the most dumb angle I've ever heard on Raw ever was I thought it would have been cool if Bo Dallas was maybe the leader of this, building up a faction, going up against the Wyatt family at some point, brother versus brother, faction versus faction.
Maybe a bragging rights.
Something like that. But now it's Heath Slater's thing. It was just awful. And the other rant I want
It
to
was
go
so
on to,
forced. Everything was just forced. It made no sense. Why?
you know, even Chris Jericho recently said that guys have to step it up with their promos. They have to go out and they have to cut better promos so that they can have more opportunities. You know, John Cena has said it best during that Stone Cold podcast that you can go for things. You can push the limit a little bit, but these guys are too scared to do it. You know what I mean?
Did you see how Jericho
Because
was last
they're in
night,
fear.
though? I mean, it was just nothing but catchphrases, which is cool. Don't get
Yes.
me wrong. Like, they're over.
But the new guys are in such fear of doing anything wrong that they'll get suspended or in trouble or whatever. You know what I mean? So there's not this freedom just to be yourself and cut promos and do whatever you got to do. So these guys finally get a chance with a mic in their hand, live television, and it was awful.
Yeah, they got their moment, and it was terrible. It was really bad. I mean, there's not much more I can say than
You know
that.
what I do?
It was that bad.
I would look at them behind the scenes and go, okay, well, that's done.
Yeah, we tried it.
We tried it.
You got your shot. We're
Y'all
done.
screwed that up. Thanks a lot, guys. But the other rant I want to go on about Raw last night is how I'm trying to use choice words here, too, so I don't get in trouble with, you know, the people above us, because I could say a lot of bad words. But Roman Reigns sucks so bad on the microphone.
So now you're reverting a little
I
bit.
am so sick of hearing him talk about how you made me do this. I told you. Never, you know, this is me and my family. I'm trying to provide for my kids. Who in the hell back in the back is not trying to provide for their kids?
Exactly.
Shut your mouth and fight.
Well, it's kind of like the whole thing, like Kevin Owens was having pretty much the exact same promo, it seems, when it's all about his family doing stuff for them.
But that seems
everybody's
real.
doing that.
That seems
exactly.
like-
That's the difference. That's
he
the difference
starts
between the
talking.
two.
He starts talking about his son. My son. I walk in there and he's a big. You know, he's telling these stories about his son being a Cena fan. All Roman Reigns does is, I'm fighting for my family. Nah.
Believe that.
I mean, it was. I don't get it. I'm at a loss for words. Like how bad he is at the mic.
Well, here's what I don't understand. Like, okay, yes, if you're going to try to get ratings, okay, they always have this authoritative figure. They did in the Attitude Era with Vince McMahon back in the day with Stone Cold, and they're trying to do the exact same thing. You know, they tried it with Daniel Bryan and Triple H a couple years ago. That worked. That was very organic. This is not organic. It's really forced, and that's why it's not as believable in the way it's coming across on television as the Daniel Bryan feud did. When Daniel Bryan was feuding with the Authority, the people wanted it. Like we were involved in that storyline. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we were brought to the ring for that kind of stuff. Now with Roman Reigns, he's just a product of the machine. That's it. And we all see through it. Now, we've also given Roman Reigns, to his credit, he's doing a better job. But limit what you make him say. Or get into it when you say it. Don't just say your lines. Actually get into it.
I want to see Joey Ryan flip Roman Reigns with his penis.
Right now.
That's what I want to see. That's my dream match in 2016.
At WrestleMania 32. So, hey, actually, let me say this real quick. Speaking of WrestleMania 32, for those of you that are actually thinking about going, the 2016 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony in Dallas, Texas, will officially go on sale the 15th of January via Ticketmaster.com. There should be an online pre-sale code in a few days before that, before the official sale. But don't forget, the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony that's going on WrestleMania weekend in Dallas, Texas, January 15th.
And lastly, just on that last note about the Hall of Fame, can we give a congratulations to Vader? Gonna be in the Hall of Fame this year.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's amazing.
Big Van Vader.
Big Van Vader. What time is it? Time! It's time! It's Vader time! We'll be right back. So, we're calling him now.
Yeah.
I learned that I'm stupid. And in physics, they told me my vagina smells.
Well,
That escalated quickly.
where'd she go to school?
Cauliflower University.
Oh.
Ugh.
In English, I learned that I make people sick. And at lunch, I learned
Like it's our weekly checkup.
in chemistry, I learned biology. I learned that I'm fat and stupid. And in math,
Well,
Hey,
that's
Mike,
biology.
it's Chris at the
You learn
wrestling
how much
room.
fat and stupid.
the only thing I did
Hey, man, it's a good time
It's
for you?
DNA.
Cool. All right, we're on break right now. We've got about 2 minutes before we go back in, but just want to put you on hold, man. Is that cool? All right. We'll get back to you first thing. All right.
Oh man, I was gonna go. Excuse me, guys. There's a professional wrestling show in here on. You know, keep it down.
To talk one-on-one with a housing expert about your options. Call 888-995-HOPE.
Hey, what's WWE's number?
Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury and the Ad Council. Unlike you save.
But we still need to talk about the
Why do you set
NXT.
that down on your screen?
Your husband,
Sorry,
uncle,
but we still
and
need to talk about the
son.
NXT and the
Learn
Year
fast. F-A-S-T.
I don't know if we're gonna have
The
time.
signs of a
Well, we
stroke,
need to.
and you
We
can
need to
say
do that over calling WWE. It's important.
Video.
Not over. Why is it over?
203
F-face
It's the
drooping.
first ever
352
NXT in a Year award.
8600.
T time to
Okay.
call 911.
NXT's been around for a while, and they finally just had an end of year award.
You gonna get mad about it?
That's F-face drooping.
I just want to get my point across, okay?
Speech
Do more than
Okay,
NXT.
to call 911. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner
He
they'll
says
get
we should talk about
treated.
NXT over calling the
And there will be a
headquarters.
difference in the recovery of.
Your name
Because their
is
first ever end of the year awards are given out this
Fine.
Tuesday.
If we talk about it right when we come back from break, you gotta quickly get through
Yeah,
it.
because we gotta get through Royal Rumble. We're gonna talk
Don't
about
drag
the
it
Rumble.
out like, well, this
What,
shit is
what,
over.
how,
Like,
what we
get
going to
through
call
it.
them about?
I'm gonna call him and tell him how bad that segment with
Yeah,
Heath Slater
let's
sucks.
do that. Let's do that.
Fast. Visit
Let's call Kevin Dunn. No,
Kevin Dunn.
Kevin, he actually
Or do you think Paul will be in the office?
We'll try both. Let's just try both.
But you're gonna have to hang up and then call back if he doesn't answer.
So,
Call Kevin first.
see that. What the hell was that?
Hey,
So we only go to
somebody needs to like take control of the call later, like Kevin Dunn or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
We still gotta talk this.
Yeah. We gotta get him done first.
After that, we're gonna go right into NXT. Quickly get through the awards.
You got this. You got this.
Drumb and Drummer. Opened up the phone line.
She just say dumb and drummer.
676-41340 on the Wrestling Reel.
Hey!
Hey!
Oi!
We are dumb and drummer, aren't we?
It's Drum and Dumber.
Drum and Dumber, I'm sorry. We are back right here live on 97.9 Fox Sports Shoals.
The main event of the hour.
It's our main event. And Chris, we got a good buddy on the phone right now, don't we?
We sure do.
Blake, you there? Hey, Blake, how's it going, man?
Happy New Year! Doing great. How are you? Woo!
Woo! Sorry, we had a little malfunction behind the board. Can you say that again? I love candy.
Candy cars.
Yeah, candy cars. Well, tell us about yourself, Blake.
Roll.
Do you have any free cars? I need a free car.
Free 99.
Oh!
Woo!
And this is Long Lewis and Muscle Shoals, right?
What shows?
Wow, congratulations on that. And this is all your family, right? Wow. Well, Blake, buddy, we appreciate you calling in here and chiming in. And for anybody that's looking for a good car, please call Blake Stutz at Long Lewis in Muscle Shoals. And
Blake, can I gotta propose something for you, man. How about you join us this year and watch the Royal Rumble live with us? You want to?
We'll get in
It's the
touch with you.
24th, January 24th. Yeah, we'll hit you up, dude. We got to hang out and actually watch some wrestling together. It'll be so much fun.
Awesome, Blake. Well, we appreciate you calling in, man, and we'll hear from you next week as well, too, right?
Thanks, Blake.
Thanks,
Man.
Blake.
Have a great day. Long Lewis Ford, we're gonna cruise your blues away.
So if you're looking for a new car, please, like I said, check out Blake Stutz. He scores in the top 10% for customer
Top
satisfaction
10!
each year. Local to the area, born and raised, stress-free experience, no nonsense.
I think he's being modest. He's
No
actually
haggling.
in the top 5.
Ooh.
That's why he's just being modest.
Straightforward but laid back, easy to work with, and gives you all the information you need to make the right decision for you. Now we've only got a few minutes left here, and Max keeps elbowing me to get his point across. So Max, quickly, we have some NXT awards coming out, don't we?
Yes. History is being made Wednesday as NXT gives out the first ever End of the Year awards. And we have Match of the Year, Takeover of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, Female Competitor, Male Competitor, and Overall Competitor. The matches are Bayley versus Sasha Banks at Brooklyn, Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens, Beast in the East in Japan, Charlotte versus Sasha versus Becky versus Bayley. We have Samoa Joe and Finn Balor, my bad. at
Oh,
London.
don't botch my favorite, bruh.
Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at Rival.
Baylor's in college.
Bayley versus Sasha Banks, the Iron Man match. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks on NXT. Finn Balor versus Neville at NXT Rival for the #1 contendership. And then Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor on NXT. And then the Takeover of the Year, Rival, Brooklyn, Respect, and London.
Brooklyn will win that one.
Tag Team of the Year, the Vaudevillains, Enzo and Cass, Dash and Dawson,
Enzo and Cass.
Lucha Dragons,
I'm going with,
and Blake and Murphy. Female Competitor, Sasha,
Sasha.
Bayley, Charlotte, Becky, or
I'm going
Asuka.
with Bayley.
Sasha.
Male Competitor, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Tyler Breeze, Kevin Owens, or Sami Zayn. And the overall is the mix of both male and female competitors.
Good job, Max.
So vote.
Good job, man.
Let's make history.
Hey,
Let's
if you
make
guys
history.
can't tell, Finn Balor was pretty much included in almost every single one of those.
But we do have just a few minutes left on the phone.
As promised,
As promised, I'm calling WWE Headquarters, and we're going to call
we
Kevin
want an
Dunn.
answer.
I'm
Why?
going to ask for Kevin Dunn, and I'm going to ask why we're giving Heath Slater any TV time whatsoever.
Will you transfer me to Kevin Dunn? Kevin Dunn. All right, here we go, guys.
Live on this.
This is my day.
Yes, is this Kevin? Kevin Dunn?
Yeah, actually.
Well, we're live on a wrestling show in Florence, Alabama called The Wrestling Reel, and we just had a few questions to ask him and wanted to see if he was around.
He told us to call us around this time.
Well, can you explain to us why Heath Slater had airtime last night? Can you explain to us why they gave Heath Slater airtime last night?
Why?
Okay. Well, we appreciate you talking to us. Well, we wanted to talk to Kevin Dunn.
He just referred us.
Well, it's a free number.
What a
Well, we did
douchebag.
it.
Well.
What a jerk. Seriously.
Douchebag City.
Yeah.
Let's call
So
him back.
much
Let's
for-
call him back. Let's just do it.
We're going to call back next
We
week
should
for
have
sure.
got his name.
Yes, sir. Can I have your name? I'm going to report you to Kevin Dunn next time I call him and talk to him. Well, we tried. We got through.
Well,
I
yeah,
asked why
hey,
Heath
hey,
Slater was on the air, and he had nothing for me. So
Hey,
it's
next
apparently
week-
like all of WWE, they have nothing for us.
Next week, though, we'll be more prepared with a different question. Maybe
Yes.
if that guy answers, maybe it's not.
He
somebody
said
from-
he said my stories were mixed up.
We're
I said,
changing. Yeah.
I didn't change my story. I wanted to talk to Kevin Dunn. So, anyways, guys,
We've had a great time. Happy
Yeah.
New Year. And we are actually hoping to go together collectively, us four, the clique. We are the Big River Broadcasting clique. And we are actually hoping to go to these February 4th, February 5th and the February 6th shows coming up. We got 2 NXT shows and then the Ring of Honor.
You don't want to go to Monday Night Raw?
No, of course not. Why would I? Because it looks like the Balor Club's about to get a lot more clubbish, if you know what I mean. I cannot wait to see what happens with AJ Styles when he actually makes his big, he's been there before, but his actual debut for WWE. But this is the Wrestling Grill with Drummer, Justin Holder, Max Spry,
Chris Williams,
Yeah.
Chad Burdine.
This is the Wrestling Grill with Drummer because it's still real to us.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of jerk though.
Chris texted me, he goes, well, it's a free number.
It's a free number. It's not a free country, it's a free number.
How can you tell me not to call back an 800 number, you dumbass?
We gotta get out of here.
That was hilarious.
It's good stuff.
I was nervous.